Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I am just here with my little Jen. Jen's playing with her little dinosaurs right now. She'll probably come in and say hi in a minute. How's it going, everyone? Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for the birthday wishes. It was an absolute oh man, I love my birthday on social media. Like honestly, like everyone's sending you messages and you feel so popular, and thank you guys so much for everyone who took the time out to wish me happy birthday. It was one of the actually no, it was literally the best birthday I've ever had in my life. And not to say that anything too particularly crazy happened, but because those days are long and over. But I'm gonna turn this guy on because I like my light in the morning. It was one of the most meaningful. It was one of the most like powerful. I had my kids with me. I had my grandparents with me. We basically just ate and drank all day, and it was fun family time, playing with the kids, just being with my son, laughing with my son. It was an absolute beautiful feeling. Come, Jen, come say hi. Oh, she wants to play with her dinosaurs. We got her pencils with dinosaur erasers, so she rips all the erasers off and just takes them to play with them. But I actually wanted to come out yesterday. I wanted to talk about the power of the reset, and this is a really strong message for that's easy to come up on your birthday, because on your birthday you get another year around the sun. You celebrate your own personal anniversary, your own personal life milestone. There's a really big sacred exchange in that experience. You get reflection, everybody celebrates you. You look back and you get a chance to look back at yourself and look how much you've grown. Or in some of the years I was hiding. I didn't want to be with anyone. I just spent my birthday by myself, and I wasn't I didn't have people around me. I didn't have friends or family around me. Friends, but I kept them at a distance, right? So for me to take a look back even to that time of my life, even to then, and just look how far I've come, right? And that's one of the biggest revelations that I get during a birthday, is to look at what you've accomplished and look at how far you've come. And when I take a look at that, where I've come to where I've been to where I'm at now, it quickly just launches my vision to the future to think, what am I going to do next? I was great. Oh my God. Like, I can't believe that this all happened. It led me to believe that anything is possible. And if anything is possible, it leads me to believe, what are you going to do next? Like, what new thing, what new version of you, what new powerful version of you? So Jen, come say hi. Come say hi. Show people your hair. Come say hi. You want to show your hair? Okay, let's show your hair. Come on. Come on, let's show your hair. What new thing? Like, imagine 2-3 years ago on my birthday, I had like about 100 people at a multi-million-dollar penthouse in downtown Vancouver. And right now, after my birthday, I was basically like just sitting over the edge of a toilet, just being like, oh, like partying my face off. This year, the next morning, it's like we were up at 7:30, okay? Because that's the time you wake up when you're this age. Daddy did your hair. Daddy did your hair. Daddy did your hair. She's my tiny little what's that thing from the kids from the Grinch? The Who kids? Whoville? Do you like your hair? No. You do. You said you did. And to think that a year ago, or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, this is the accomplishment. Like right here, this is a massive accomplishment. To think that I've become a dad, a father, like true wealth, unbelievable. People think you measure it in dollars, but you quickly realize, actually, once you it's either one or the other. Ooh, playing with your dinosaurs? Yeah, where's your dinosaur? Show them that one. Show them the dinosaur. This is true wealth. I'll tell you straight up. So what I wanted to do for you guys. Can you? Okay. Can we show them? Can we show them? Which one is that one? What I wanted to do for you guys was actually give you guys some free gifts because it's my birthday. Everyone else is having a birthday. You know, we all got some. We all have one. So I wanted to share something with you guys because this power, this reset, this reflection, this thing that like, you know, we all get a chance to grow through. It doesn't just happen on your birthday. Sometimes it happens on a peak emotional experience. Sometimes it ends up happening when you least expect it, and everything was going great, and suddenly something bad happens. You lose someone, or a deal goes south, or even worse, a big accident tears the family open. You get a chance to look on the negative sides. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Daddy. Look at her. What does that say? I found my prince, and his name is Daddy. In my world, the new reset has to happen like every hour, every minute, every moment that I possibly can, every little bit on the schedule, on my calendar. It has to be, because otherwise, the day gets taken from you quickly. And to raise a family, to have kids, one of the most powerful things on the positive end of taking a look at these new points of reflection is, how do I do better in the next moment? How do I get better to the next piece? So whether you're waiting for a birthday, or you're waiting for something bad to happen, or you're on the other side and you can take every single moment as a new place to renew your energy, renew your consciousness, I hope that you decide that you take this moment like right now, like literally, like as I'm saying this, recorded or live, that you take this new version of you, or this vision of what can I do next, or maybe it's just what have I accomplished, and you look back and you look at yourself and you start stacking your chips. Like if you were to be at the poker table, oh, you're so cute. If you were to be at the poker table, or if you were to be at the bank, you'd be counting how much you have, not how much you don't have. What you don't have, the things you wish you had, we think about those and we get stuck and we stare off into space. We lose days at a time just thinking about things because they're not there. They're invisible, right? Oh, sorry. Okay, you can play with your dinosaurs. They're invisible pieces. And we spend so much time like trying to locate an invisible piece that we forget about the stuff that we actually do have. Unbelievable. Yes, she's adorable. Look at her little hair. Look at her little hair. Daddy hasn't got a hair on you now. Daddy's got hair on you now. What about this one? What about this one? I do her hair in the morning, so that's kind of like our thing. It's no big deal. All right, have a little girl. You'll figure it out. Oh, you're so cute. You're like a tiny little princess. Are you like tiny little... Wow. What's that? Is that a crystals? Man, this is so hard to do this with my little girl with me. Hey, she's just so cute and adorable. We just want to lose focus. I do have stuff for you guys. The reason why I wanted to come out here actually yesterday was to help you honor your reset. Maybe some of you guys, usually what I do is I go live and I read people's numbers. I read people's birthdays. Okay, like straight up off of the, right off of the chat. So I'm going to do that again for you guys today. Okay, I'm gonna do some readings for you guys. We'll see how much we can get done with my sweet, cute little girl. Maybe she has some insight for you as well. But I'm going to open this up today. So today I'm going to open this up, and it's going to go a little differently. So I want to honor the people who are here live. And if you're watching the recording, or if you're not watching this live, yeah, right. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? And so, what I wanted to do is like invite you. If you're watching this live and you haven't seen it, if you're not watching this live, you're watching the recording. Next time I go live, when I do, hop on with us, and I may be just doing a free live reading straight on screen. We'll integrate it a little bit better so that one day I'll get you guys actually like hopping onto a Zoom, and then we can chat there. But what I wanted to do was share this with you guys. Because, you could be waiting for a moment. You could be not waiting for a moment. Something happens. You could be experiencing life on your terms. Something happens. Doesn't matter. Like my boy Jason's here is like about the grass isn't green on the other side. It's funny because our lawn isn't properly taken care of. We rent this place, no big deal. I'm not going to get into it. My grass is yellow, and then my neighbor's grass is all green. So this thing that we have that's kind of like, I guess the grass is really green around the other side because he actually has a green lawn. And so I'm just gonna grab it's super funny. It's like really funny. So I'm just gonna grab it and I'll show you guys what I mean. Did you just take my seats? Did you just take my seats? Did you just take my seats? Here, come and sit with Daddy. Okay, I'm gonna get your toys. Here we go. And so I was just gonna grab my phone here. So what I want to do for you guys is give you guys a chance to have that reset. Give you guys the chance to have that reset right now. But the difference is, because it's my birthday, I'm going to give you guys something to read. I'm going to give you guys a report there for your actual numerology if I read your name today. Okay, so you may have been watching me for a while. If you want this and you're like, oh my God, what? He's doing it right now. I'm watching the replay. Just make sure you catch me live. If you ever catch me live, then you know. And if you guys want to share your the video for me and just let people know right now, I'm going to be doing a free giveaway. So if you guys it's funny how I said this, right? 11 minutes and 11 seconds. It's just a wonderful feeling because I'm all about the numbers. So here's some of the rules. It doesn't matter if you've been a client of mine or not. Okay, so if you want to put your birthday in and you want me to say something about you right now, I will do that, and I will also give you a written report. See, thing is, for my clients, you may put your kid's birthday, you may put your spouse's birthday, you may want one for someone else, since we already had this conversation. Or if you feel like I want to take another 5 minutes at this. Generally, what I want to do is I want to give people who haven't worked with me a chance to get some value or insight into their numbers. Okay. But in this case, it's my birthday. I'm not going to be like, no, I can't read your numbers. I usually say that to my guys who are always like, oh, and they pop their birthday down. So what I'll do is I'm going to say you guys can go ahead and pop your birthday down if you'd like me to look at your kid. You put your birthday down, and I will give you a quick little reading here. I'm going to add you to a list of people that I will give a free gift to later on today. So who's with me? If you guys want to go and get your free reading, your free report right now. So let's go with my buddy Kevin, and we got Stephanie. So Kevin is my boy. Kevin's my brother, and we have Stephanie, who's going to be fun to read this for you. Then we have Tony. Tony, what's up, Tony? What's going on? And so if I've read your guys' charts, you may want to give me some context, or am I just airing your laundry out on the social media? It's funny when I don't know someone because then I'm just telling you who you are. But seeing as we've already done this, let me know. Is there something else going on? Is there something you want me to sort of address? What we're going to do is I'm just writing birthdays out right now. So I'm going to go 4/28/77. Then Stephanie is born on October 19, 1993. Cool birthday. That one's cool. And then Tony here is June 12th. Okay. So we go June 12th, 1970. Cool. And yeah, you guys can just keep dropping your birthdays down there. But what we'll do is I'm going to talk about my boy Kevin here first. Now, this guy here has a life path that is uniquely similar to mine. Okay, we're gonna break this down. So he's born on a 4-month. He's born on a 1 day. Okay, 28 is 2 + 8 is 1, and 1977 is a 6-year. I'm adding the numbers together. Okay, so I'm making 3 numbers: 1 for the day, 1 for the month, 1 for the year. But not in that order. Okay, so I'm putting them together. And when I add it all together, he's born on a 4-month, a 1 day, and a 6-year. Now, I'm born on a 6-month, a 1 day, and a 4-year. Now, imagine this for a minute. It's kind of cool. This is an interesting kind of thing. That's why I met him. We were like, oh, we're brothers. We're brothers. That's it. We're just homeboys. And that connection was met because I'm like, hey, this looks like my birthday in reverse. This looks like what it literally is the transposition of my birthday. Isn't that crazy? Did you think that was kind of nuts? I thought that was kind of cool. How about this one? And so when we look at this number, first number we're going to see is Life Path 2, or when you pull it out to its mastery version, is Life Path 11. So there's kind of like two, and this applies to me as well. There's two places for Kevin. One side is the guy who's just going to give and do whatever he can for you. And the other side is the one who helps heal you, helps grow you, and helps move you forward, helps move you through. That level of mastery, the 11, okay, it takes some time, sometimes much, much, much more time than we'd like it to activate. There's a bigger goal for us, and yet we keep getting stuck in, giving ourselves to others. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Kept giving ourselves to others without truly giving to ourselves first. Now, inside of Kev's chart, the April makes him very hardworking. So he's going to go and get a trade right away. He's going to go and invest in making money right away, or going to go and work hard right away. But when you turn 27, this challenge that you and I both go through, it speaks for independence all of a sudden. And now we're like, I don't want to go to work anymore, or I want to do something for myself, or I want to get promoted, I want to have my own business, I want to do my own thing, I want to be me, I want to be my own thing. The number 1 comes into our chart. We're both born in the 28. So we have this vibration that says, you know, enough of this working for other people stuff and helping other people stuff. I got to stand up as the leader. If there's a partnership, we're talking 2 life paths. One that says I'll give no matter what, solid partner, and the other one says that I'm going to help my partner, grow my partner, teach them, lead them, train them, help them grow to a better place in their life. There's a difference between like a peer and a teacher or a leader or a coach or a mentor. So at this age, this middle center point of our lives, we want to step up a little bit. We want to step up a little bit and start doing our own thing. In my neck of the woods, I didn't get a trade. I just got a habit for having jobs and getting fired. That was my profession, professional insubordinate. I just couldn't. And, you know, if I was more focused on my love life, and that didn't work very well for me either because I was a kid. And as a kid, your love life is like changing your underwear. Like, you know, it's just basically I wanted to be serious, but I just couldn't find the one who wanted to be serious with me. It wasn't until later on in 30s that I found my Sally and my family. But the reality is that that's the difference between our charts. When we see Kev coming in with, I'm going to work hard, and then I'm going to emerge as a leader, and then the 6 shows up in your chart that says you are going to land in a balance between money and love. So that's not a bad place to, you know, to be into. Now, problem is that you're not there yet. You're not at that point of your life yet. Like, this is like, it's okay, don't worry, keep going, you'll get there, just keep going. You're like, I'm lost, trust me, I'm lost. Like, no, you're fine, just keep on moving, just make it to 55. They're like, you know, like, make it to that age. And that's not a really promising thing to say to someone. You know, just tell that to somebody. I'm like, oh, you gotta wait. So this is why I put the O on his name. It's a client of mine. So, you know, he's going down this road in a direction that he's not feeling he wants to go into. Sought me out. It's like, we gotta sit down, we gotta chat. And so we sit down and chat, and I basically like, we're gonna put the O in your name. We gave you an option of names. So I put the O in his name to start cranking his ship over into the direction and back into the lane. 30-something years old now, okay? Like, we're looking like, you know, when I met him. You've had decades of programming, your morals solidified concrete by the time you were her age, your ethics, like, they're all done in the first 4 years, and then it's just a spiraling, reinforcing, another ring around the tree, another year around the sun, right? So when we give you a letter, when I give anybody, like, for me, it took me about 3 years to get over myself and to get past myself, and I'm still working on it every single day. And I started in 2010. Do the math. That's like, that doesn't even make sense. It was only in the last 3 years that actually took me, because I found numerology at that point. But like, I've been on this self-growth discovery since 2010, and it wasn't until the last 3 years. And it took me a name even then to get to the place that I'm at now. And I'll tell you something, a lot of the same stuff that used to plague me still does. It's just gotten bigger. My area of influence, my area of products, and what I do for people, how I can help people, it just keeps on getting bigger. But now my problems are bigger. I gotta raise kids. I want to be a dad. I got to go build a house. Like, these are bigger problems to have, in my opinion, as opposed to being like, oh, how am I going to pay my parents' rent? They only need like $300. It's so embarrassing. Anyway, so moving your energy over switches your lane. It's a little uncomfortable because you obviously like don't know, how this number works. You've been holding it for a while. So I know that I'd like to think that I'm just going to quickly double check the name, okay? I'm going to double check to make sure that the name looks good. I don't believe we should change it, but I just want to make sure I know what exactly it is that we have here. Same one as mine. Keep the process going. Business and family. You're going to see this guy. He's also really solid and really quiet, like that feeling of connected. So that this is a good number for you. The one that we have, I use it personally. So if you're living my life in reverse, it would probably be pretty good to take the same level of vibration that we meet in the middle kind of thing in our lives. But you've got a good place you're growing through and growing into. You just got to keep going through the frustrations, through the inhale and exhales of business, right? Sometimes it's going good. Sometimes I can't close a door. And everybody, it's not just you, it's the stars, it's the numerology, it's the biorhythms, it's the frequency, it's like the full moon, like, oh my God, there's like a bunch of, you have like a very small chance of window for everything going right in your life. And there's alignment dates. So really, honestly, guys, like you got to take it, for example, there's always going to be a sweet little handicap just thrown right into the mix, right when you least expect it. Just get real with it, okay? That's kind of how you're gonna have to recognize this. So, Kevin, don't change your name. Reach out to me and let me know who we want to give a free report to. Maybe it's someone in your team. Maybe it's just yours. I think yours is probably expired by now. So just let me know who you want to give. You want me to give you a free gift to for my birthday. I'm just throwing out goodie bags for be here for my birthday party. So I appreciate you, dude. Let's go and do Stephanie. And I'm also gonna make sure I put some more. Oh, cool. Stephanie is your daughter. Cool. Nice. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Tell me you're still with me, and I'm gonna do this. Okay. So yes. Okay. Cool. My baby girl's adorable. What's up? Hey, Dustin. We're gonna meet up today. Dustin, thanks for letting me off to the guest today. I ambushed my family on a birthday party. They all came into town. Our parents came into town, and it was just a lot of food. And slightly hungover, but we really don't get hungover when we drink lots of Kangen water anymore. So still get up early. The kids are like, I don't drink. I'm still getting up early. Like, I don't care what you did. I'm like, all right. So Stephanie Simmons, let's do this. This is going to be are you ready to do this one? This is going to be a serious one. Are you ready? Yeah. Should we read her number? Can you say Stephanie? Can you say Simmons? Oh, you're so cute. Kiss, kiss for daddy. Good girl. Okay, so let's go and let's do Stephanie's here. Go 1, 1, and 4. Okay, I see what's happening here. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so and Mama Bear is here to coagulate this. All right, I know, corroborate. He's going to corroborate this data and let me know. So one thing about Stephanie, life path 6. First thing about Stephanie is the size of her heart. This woman's got a very interesting path in comparison to where me and Kevin are. See, we were dealing with these numbers, right? Don't do like that. That's so gross. She just has spit in her mouth and she's just telling me to look. Do you want to teach? Oh, no. Please don't wipe it all over the couch. Good girl. Kids, when they're 2, what can you do? Okay, so Stephanie, all right. So we were dealing with numbers just a second ago. I'm dealing with the 6, the 1, the 4. Kevin had the 4, the 1, the 6. He makes this life path 2s or life path 11s. I look into your chart and it's 1 for October, 1 for 19, and 22 or 4 for 1993. Now that equals out to 6. Again, the 1, the 4, and the 6. So 3 out of 3 of us are kind of like, this is our conversation here, okay? Now, the difference here for Stephanie is a couple of subtle changes. First of all, the 6, very loving, super domesticated, grows up really fast, very mature, this feeling of wanting to care, love, and give to others, okay? So that 6 makes you a very, like loving and familial type of person. There's also going to be a business mindset as well as a family mindset, one for love as well as one for creating wealth. But this is like a responsible, okay, like someone who wants to go out and do something. Now, sometimes people have these numbers and it doesn't add up because their name doesn't say anything like that. So you could be like, oh my God, I know, right? I wish I was like that. Oh man, he's speaking to my soul right now. It's probably because your name is like, I don't think so, and like locks you in the cage. Like Jen's like, I don't think so. No. Say it. Say no. No. Say yes. Ah, cutie. So the reality is that your life path is only a piece of the puzzle. Then you have the name, which actually rides down the road of your life. And does that actually switch and move into you? So back to your life path. The 6 is going to have a very strong heart and a really good love. I'm born in June. Kev's born in 1977. These are 6 numbers. And we get a chance to see them inside of our lives when we care for others, or we yearn for family, right? We want to connect to have that. Then comes in October, and again, then comes in the 19th. For the first 55 years of your life, like this is like the first really big chunk. Kev and I experienced 2 pieces, 2 chapters. But since your birthday and your birth month are both the same number, we're extending this road up until you become an old lady one day. Not even old lady. Like young 55 is not old, right? But at the halfway point of your life, basically. This number changes from 1 into 4, okay? Now, this is cool because Mom's watching this. You could also read it as 1122. You add 1993 together. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 3. Quickly, do the math. Oh my God, it's 22. And 2 plus 2 equals 4. Same with 1984, by the way. So you and me both, girl. But we're like 10 years behind each other. But you're living a vibration of my life. Okay, this is very similar to how I'm going to show up in my life. The only difference is you found yourself right up front. You found yourself as a little kid right up front. You got a chance to be that independent. That feeling of I'm in control, I'm in charge, just gonna be mom to everybody. This feeling of that 1 in your chart says, I'm not going to be subordinate to anyone. And the 6 says, I want to help everybody. I want to help everybody in my family. So this is a really strong connection between these 2 numbers. I would say that you got a really strong woman here. Very strong little soul for sure. And you aim to do big things in the 3rd round of your life. Okay, so this is something that you could be dreaming about ever since you were a kid, to think, oh, I know I'm going to do something really powerful one day. Like it's in your birthday. That's why, you think about that. What am I going to do? Like what part of me is, there's a certain era of people, and we're in it, in this vibration of thinking we're going to help the world get to the next envelope, to the next space. Do you want to try this one? Be gentle, okay, honey? So there's a new, or not, I guess a really giant area for you to grow and for you to really help the world. But this isn't where you're at right now. Right now, it's more about leadership of self. How do I get me and my family, or me and myself, to the next area of my life? It's never really just about you. It's always going to be like, you got to take care of yourself, and then you also want to take care of others. So to know that these 2 pieces exist, this is something that I'm in right now, or not in right now. I'm out of my 6 now because that was when I was a kid. I learned how to be domesticated, and then I went into my leadership, my partnership, my spiritual work. In order for you to really acknowledge your spiritual work, it's going to take your entire life to do so. So just be aware of that. You're not done growing for a very, very, very long time. Okay, so it's a really super solid honor to read this. And it gives me chills to think, I know your mom. I know her numbers. I know her energy. This is starting to paint a really solid picture around the life force that this woman has. So you're a spiritual woman. Angelique, a really good friend of mine, one of my most treasured entrepreneurs. This is the type of vibration you're bringing to the world. Even just in a birthday itself, you can see it clear as day. There's something bigger going on here. I think you know that, both of you. Obviously, it's your life. So just to let you know that I'm seeing it too, all right? Like, I see it as well. So if you have any questions, you let me know. I'm just going to quickly write a few of these more out. I got my boy Jason. He's going to be up after Tony. And that's January 26th. Nice numbers, bro. 1987. I remember when we connected. You're a solid dude. You're absolutely solid dude. And then we also have, where was this? Tony, Jason, Karen. What's up, Karen? Oh my gosh, Jen, please be careful, my sweet love. You have to be careful, my sweet love. You have to make sure that you don't fall, okay, honey bunnies? You're going to say hi. Can you say hi? Say hi. They're all watching. Look, my friends are here. Say hello. Say hi. Wave. Okay, Blocus. Okay, where's your Batman? Where's your Batman? Where's your belly button? There's belly button. Where's your nose? There's your nose. Where's your ears? There's your ears. Where's your eyes? I won't tell you. Eyes. Do you just do what Daddy does? Daddy diddy. D. D. That's what we do all day. We're basically teaching how to communicate. Okay, so Karen's going to be on there. Where else do we got here? Tobias, my brother Toby. Okay, so we're going to go Tobias here. We're going to go July 4th. Okay, 1990. And then where else do we got? Free Reign, adorable. Thank you. What's up? Your baby girl's adorable. She's so awesome. I hit that at 25. Cool. Independence. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Love this, bro. Eric. Okay, let's get Eric in there. Hopefully you guys are still with me. If you're not, hey, I get it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody that I read, I'm going to give them a gift for themselves or for someone. If they've already given you a written report and you don't need another one for you, you can just tell me you'll use it later if you want. Or you can, you can save it for later. You can give it to someone else. But let's keep going. So, Stephanie, thank you. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. Tony. So let's go, Tony. Tony, if you're still with us, let me know. I'm just going to write your birthday out. This is very similar to my wife's birthday, June 3rd. You're born on the 12th, but 1 + 2 still equals 3. So in numerology, these two numbers are still the same. So we know that a lot of this will apply to her. And then we're going to see here a lot of wealth in your future. Let's just add this up just to make sure that we have this. And you're like, heck yeah, I'm going to make that money. You bet. Look at her. She's like, absolutely. Okay, so I don't need to check it because I know the math. There's two sides to this woman. One side is like the really smart, like super intelligent, like you just know, you already see the solution before people even see the problem. Okay, there's a massive level of intelligence here. Now, this can get really frustrating in a minute if your name isn't serving you. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look, and we're just going to go. You should probably change Tony Turner. I would not be using that. For numbers like this, that is the reason why you're extraordinarily frustrated. First of all, you can't tell her no. You can't tell her what. This is a boss woman, okay? Your name is about to crank that in a really negative way to overload on that ambition, that passion, that fight or flight mechanism, and it can be hurting you in ways you don't want it to. Because what we look at inside of your birthday, that's why I had to check your name really quick. I'm like, wait. Hold on a second. You got some really strong numbers here. The life path 8 is the magnetism for wealth. It's the magnetism for value. This is the number everybody wants to have. Everybody wants to get into the money. They want to be in charge of themselves, and that 8 is like no different. Okay, I've got my little girl's a life path 8, hard to manage as children because you can't tell them what to do. You can't tell them what to do. You just don't listen to you. They don't want to listen to anyone. Okay, and I'm like telling my little girl she's gonna listen to me, and then on the other side I'm like, it's okay. You got a lot of really adult energy. You're 6. I'm not gonna go there and like squash on her life force and make sure she doesn't get a chance to expand, because then she's gonna be an adult with that. So I know as a kid this is hard to manage, but it's worth it, because out of it comes entrepreneur. Out of it comes people who change the world. Out of it comes people who want to absolutely become wealthy and affluent inside of their community, inside of their own like spiritual sphere. So as a life path 8, you're a businesswoman, okay? And being in business with other people is going to be tough. Working for others is going to be tough, especially when we look at Tony Turner. It's absolutely like just tough to do something over and over again. Like you're supposed to clock in and clock out. I want to go traveling. That name says a lot of things about like, I want to go out and do stuff. It's a wild woman kind of feeling, okay? But in your birth path, you have one number that stands up for intelligence. a solution, and it's where you eventually end up in your life. Like the third part of your life is really solid for that. And then the first part of it says love. The first part of it says enjoyment, care, I love, I give, I'm gonna help you. And this I loves so much. When you put that in the middle of what we're just talking about, like powerful, intelligence, and then passionate fighter, you're gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna feel a little bit emotionally, challenging. There's gonna be I would say with this is like a tense movie scene where they've got hostages, and the evil genius was really once amazing, and now it's gone through something, and it's holding itself hostage, and the story around this is pretty big. Okay, so I would like to think at the end of your Disney movie that you've got going on here, there's a powerful level of wealth, there's a powerful level of value, but as with any Disney movie, this has probably gotten pretty rough. This has probably gotten very a strong experience. I don't know what you're waiting for, but we definitely need to have this conversation. We need to change that name. I would be saying that I'll give you some options, but there's either a letter or something that's going to help you get back into the right track, because these things have a promise of wealth. Wealth ain't just about the dollars. It ain't just about the dollars. It's also about the billions of dollars worth of wealth that can never be quantified, because I get a chance to work at home with my little girl by my side. So, a lot of this is is a combination of that. Let me make the money, taking my kids to the amusement parks. We're going on a tour. We're going around the world, and I'm going to do it with the people I love. And absolutely first-class private jet. Let me figure this out. So we know that your life path is saying that, but then your name is drooling at that idea, the way that a hungry coyote is drooling at the edge of the camp. I can't get it. I'm too late, or they hate me, or I'm fighting, or I'm scrounging for what I want in my life. And that's where a name can really in this case, these are one of those solid names where I'm you all right? You okay? It's everything, how are you feeling, right? Because I know that numbers like these come to attack us. And you're probably the strongest woman, and this fighter, nothing gets you down. And this 5 is just these double 5s, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna absolutely, and that passion is there. So all the bigger the hurt can be underneath it, where you probably don't even allow yourself to recognize it. These numbers are very caring and giving, and the 8s inside of there, since the numbers are juggling in their own direction that don't want to go into the right spot, could be showing up as not achieving the wealth we want to, or the level of things that we're looking for. The frustration is overwhelming, and this stuff gets a chance to sort of poke itself, and that's not a fun way to live. Hi. So yeah, no, it's a little deep there, but you got a really solid birthday. There's a lot of fire in this tank. We just need to absolutely move it to the right angle. That's what I believe in. And people, they talk about their shift and how much more clear they feel. If you guys have one, if you guys have a clear shift feeling after we had a chance to talk or look at your birthday, can you drop that in the comments just to let people who are new to this, wonder if they're wondering at all? I'd love for you to share that with them and just let them know, because it offers so much clarity to learn about who you are. And even some of my grandparents are I don't know what you do. I'm you just talk on a computer all day. And you show up with all this money, and I'm yeah, I'm not sure what to call it either. I like to call it spiritual wellness or spiritual coaching. But for anybody who needs to have this conversation, absolutely, I would absolutely recommend that you take the time to look inside of yourself. If any of my clients are here, you guys don't mind just dropping a comment and letting people know, what was it like to meet yourself? All right, forget me for a second. Great, I got you. You're oh my God, you know me so well. The fact that you found yourself in something external from you. It wasn't me. I promise you it wasn't me. It was just the numbers. I've just learned how to read them. I do spiritual clearing. I'm a spiritual handyman, so I can kind of tinker around in there. But I'm absolutely a human being, okay? So I'm not reading into your chart. I can read what it is, just to a very fine level of magnification. And it makes me reconsider what life actually truly is. It doesn't quite like meet my societal requirement standards anymore. Like I don't believe in it. I think that we're there. I think that there's something really big going on, and we're sort of eye-opening ourselves to it. Would N as my initial work. Let's try it. Tony N. It will. Okay, that's a really solid start, and it's an absolutely amazing compromise. So if N is naturally a name for you, like if that's actually like your middle name, my middle name Nancy, then like even more to the power of how much your birthday should allow you to be successful. Like you have got to recognize something there. Like you can tell me just straight up and just be like, yes, that's where my birthday comes from. I'll get it for you. I got it. I get it again. Your birthday is like significant of a path that you're here to live. And to think that a portion of it or a piece of it would actually move around to your favor and your advantage, you've got to really pay sacred respect to who you are. Like, and this name will absolutely do that for sure. So let's take a look here. What up, Dom? What's going on, my brother? Okay, Angelique saying the change of my name started a spiral of amazingness over the last few months. Yeah. Oh, did you lose some? Okay, let's go pick them up. Sorry, guys. You're going to see my butt in a second. Wow. How about this one? Sorry, my Jen dropped her things. That's what you got to deal with when you want to have kids. Here's another one. Oh, boy. We're just going to find erasers, dragon erasers, dinosaur erasers everywhere when you're done. So let's keep going. Let's do this. You have to pay attention to the fact that your name intrinsically has the opportunity within itself to vibrate you and magnetize. Oh, man. Can you see your success? I know you can, Tony. Like, you put that Tony Ann Turner. Let's just do it. Just say it. And then you just go in there and you're like, poof. And suddenly now this clarity, like even I'm feeling it. Even I'm feeling a shift. And I don't know if anyone else feels it. If they feel that jaggedness of Tony Turner and Tony Ann Turner suddenly now just still jagged, but it actually gets somewhere. It's still sharp, but it also has the power of love in it as well. So it's a really solid name. It will absolutely help you to the next journey of your path. But at the same time, you may still be looking for more. Just between us, that may be just bridging the gap that you have now. Imagine what happens in 10 years when you grow a little bit bigger and suddenly you're in a new phase in your life. Something new. I don't know. We can always have that conversation. If that's something that you want to have. But yeah, I would absolutely recommend that for sure. Okay, cool. So Jason. My buddy Jason, I met with him and his wife, and it was a wonderful time. It was like the first time I ever did a session at like 6 a.m, I believe it was. And you just called me, and you were like, "Hey, man, I got some questions." I'm like, "I like this guy." So what we looked at this was a value of being able to see him and wifey in there, okay? And it was a fun session. I had a great time. You guys were an awesome bunch. And it was just lights on for both of you the entire time. It was the funniest thing because I'm like saying something, and then the missus go like lights on. I say something, and then you light on, and it was funny to just sort of look at each other and like to see you guys experiencing the meaning of yourselves. Like how a couple only knows the couple like between themselves only, and then someone else comes out and starts telling you that story, and you're like, "Are you kidding me? He knows us. He knows what we're doing. He knows what we're dealing with." And that was a really fun feeling. So yeah, having the group session, the group dynamic, was a lot of fun. And I'm having a lot of fun reading this one again. So first things first, we got Life Path 7. Strong and silent type here, okay? Like you're gonna love this kind of stuff. This kind of numerology stuff. Like this is the real. Like, that 7 side of our charts, it speaks for the mystical and like the deeper knowledge stuff. Like the deeper things that we're going through. Okay, like Tobias was born in July, so he gets it. It's sort of reflective. I don't need to say too much, but this is Jason's life path. Say hi. How about this one? Do you want to try this one now? Whoa. Okay, so as a life path 7, very patient. You don't need to say very much to get your point across. You just know stuff. You just kind of like in this deeper level of like energetic feeling. Okay, that shows up in there. It also is combined with January, which shows up as independent. So now you kind of like don't care about what other people think, and you also don't care about to say anything. Like you're like, I really just don't care. And people are going to see that as arrogance or maybe being off-putting. It really isn't. It's really more just the fact that you're quiet and you don't need to prove yourself. You're certain of who you are, and that's all that really matters. That's a nice place to grow up. You're going to find that alone creates you as a mentor, or like people, oh, I want that, or he's so cool and under control. Nothing phases him. Because we have this like independence and this quietness, this wisdom up front. So you're going to get older up front, okay? Oh, please be careful with that one, my sweet love. Do you want to try another one? Here, how about this? Say, oh, that's its bed. Oh, thank you. It's going to beat up my glass table with all my crystals. It's going to be a nice, cute little tiny mess all over here. So then the next part of your life enters into wealth. Having an 8 and a 7, this is like having the wizard and the monk all in the same connection. So not only did he develop the clarity with the January, but he also moved forward with this power of business and wants to generate wealth, and then also has this really strong reserve, this commanding of a wisdom, this feeling of being a little bit more quieter and a bit more connected. Now, this week will become very spiritual in your old years when you finally get there one day. Like we're talking 25 years from now. There is a very deep and wise version of Jason that comes out that will be like sought out after this one side of your life that speaks for leadership, independence, wealth, business, power. We have another part that finally gels into its inner peace, yoga, meditation, manifestation. Trying to get it in or out? You want it in or out? Okay, how about this one? Let's try that guy. And we also have this one. We're seconds away from a mini little expression. Yeah, look at the book. Oh, thank God. All right, so you want to read it? Okay, you read that book. Okay, let's read these for now. Let's try that. Okay, read those for now. So with a path like this, there's a wisdom, there's a power, there's an intelligence, there's a business. We see a lot of solution. But his name was kind of like, Tyler, what's going on, my good man? How you doing, man? I'm just sharing the good word here. It was my birthday yesterday, so I'm basically just coming out and doing a couple of free readings for people. Great to see you here, man. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling awesome. Yes, Angelique, we have to let her play with crystals. Absolutely. We get her little one. She's wearing, I'm not sure what this one is, but it's the latest one that we got her, so it's a really sweet little feel there. But yeah, Jason David Freeman. Like, now that's a name. Nothing wrong with Jason, great name. Nothing wrong with David, even a great name. Even Freeman. These numbers were good, but when you stack them together, I don't care how amazing the buffet table is, okay, of all the selection that you have to choose from. If you put too much on one plate, it's going to fall off the plate, and it's not going to be a vibration that actually sits out. I don't care how great the library of songs are. If you play them all at the same time, then you can't put them all together. Bad example, because in this case, we did put all your names together, and you had an authenticity, this inner you that was all yours, and that didn't actually have to change his name. So we're going to quickly double check this one again. We're going to go Jason David Freeman. Yes. See, now this pulls together the numbers that are showing up inside of your birthday. Like the reason why this really is like his birthday's got a 1 in it, an 8 in it, a 7 in it, and a 7 all around. So if we were to use those same numbers again, and lo and behold, the name that he's born with, it actually is a 178 name. Like, you have to like pause and like admire like the spiritual hand of God here. Like, especially when we're looking for meaning in the numbers, how the hell does your name, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, know to match the date you were born? Like, that's a coincidence. To think that in numerology, these two numbers are actually like Easter egg, like connected at the same source. Like, mom and dad doesn't know numerology. I'm pretty sure the womb wasn't figuring it out either. Like, he's just a baby trying to be born. I'm down. I'm ready to go. but for some weird, indescribable feeling, everything aligns in and clicks right at that one moment. Such an honor, dude. Such an honor. I really looked forward to the things that you're going to do in your life. Like, this is going to be a combination of your spiritual inquest with your financial strength and your ability to lead others. Even though at some points you may kind of be like, I just want to be the guy in the back here, let my wife be the front person, you'll still get the feeling of it. I promise you, whether you feel like you do it yourself or not, or you want to do this as a power couple, or you want to do this on your own, these numbers are really powerful. So it's really awesome to see that. It would be nice to know, because we just did our session recently, and I remember now this conversation, how it's been, what kind of shifts have been going on. You did say here, you're like, so much shifting all around me too. It's weird. It's as if life is adjusting to the new vibration. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. You're an antenna, like this. Imagine like a squishy ball, like I got squishy balls for the kids. If they drop it on the ground and they roll it around, it's got dirt and dust all over it. It's affected by the universal vibration of its surroundings. So if you take a name, or you've been using a name that hasn't been working, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so dirty with all this crap that's all over me, getting a brand new fresh vibration, it's like waterproofing your couch. Still have to do that. But, because I, for some reason, thought that fabric would be a good idea when you have a little dog and a bunch of kids. Anyway, so if you're going to buy a couch, just get leather. Just get a smooth surface. Like, I'm never buying fabric furniture again in my life. It's like never going to happen. I'm never going to do that ever again. Anyway, love you so much with your strawberries and your chocolate hands. Did you have chocolate hands? Did you wipe it all over the couch? You did, didn't you? Yes, no? Okay, great. Got to get a new couch. But it would be nice to know if you're dealing with anything, if anything new has come out. It would be nice to have that. And then let me know who you want me to send a free report for. Okay, so I will give you something for someone. Maybe you just want to hold it in your back pocket for later, or give someone the power of insight into themselves. But I'll absolutely do that for you. Okay, Karen, my girl Karen. I'm coming up to about like an hour now, so just gonna quickly check my schedule to make sure that I have the time and energy to do this right now. I should be okay, but are you done? Okay, let's let you out. Say thank you. Say bye. Bye. Okay, go. I shouldn't want to be here for too much longer. I still have a lot of people at the house, and today's going to be a fun day. But at the same time, I do want to help you guys get through this, because this is the most powerful thing that I have in my life is to gift this to you guys. And I'll be fair. I'm feeling new. I am. I'm feeling kind of new from my birthday. It was a wonderful, it was emotionally overwhelming to read even just the happy birthday HBD, happy birthday bro, happy birthday man, hope it was great. Like all of those little tiny little things were like so super fun, and I appreciate everybody for like just thinking about me. It's Facebook stuff, and like it makes me feel like I'm not a loser anymore. I felt like such a big loser as a kid, and like just a fat kid and couldn't get the girl and just got beat up on, and like, oh my God. And then just to see it now, to think, man, like if I only knew how much love would surround me and how much like powerful people would be there for me, it just would, I think it would have helped me get through high school. I hated it, and I appreciate all you guys so much for that. Cause yeah, man, I'm still back there at that moment, that's like, I'm not cool. I look like an idiot. People just try to beat me up, and I'm not fun, and everyone's making fun of me. Just because I dress like Puff Daddy. It's like, like silver denim 2-piece outfits. Like, anyway, everybody goes through that high school phase where you want to dye your hair white. I mean, is that a big deal if it turns orange? Like, who cares, right? Anyways, my principal once told me that I wasn't allowed to wear bandanas at school. I'm like, really? That's culturally disrespectful. And I'm like, it's like, we don't do that here. And I was like trying to like pretend like it was an Indian thing when I really wanted to be like a Spanish Vatos Locos thing. And doesn't really work when you're in like white boy Canada. Anyway, so Karen, I appreciate you, Karen. Let's do this. Let's you're always destined for greatest. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Okay, cool. Jason getting able to his mom. Message me and let me know what her birthday, her full name at birth, all that stuff, and then I'll make sure I send it off to her. Okay. So Karen, let's do Karen's now. Karen is going to be here in 1 month. We have a 6 day, and we have a 6 year, 1968, right? Yep. Okay. So then 12, 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. It's very peculiar. Like, that's very interesting. Let me read you these birthdays we've had so far. 416. Then we had, Life Path 2. 114, Life Path 6. Then we have mine, 614, Life Path 11. And now Karen comes in, 166, Life Path 4. So we got to, think about this. This is a cool number to think that 4s are about stability. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, Jason. You're the man. We're in each other's lives on. This is a guy I'm going to keep friends with for life. I'll tell you that for sure. If you have the honor of getting that far, because she'll probably you'll keep a polite distance. I appreciate that, but you're a good soul. So we're looking at these numbers that are occurring and repeating today. But now we have a Life Path 4. This is like my Sally straight up. Okay, this very stable, absolutely strong level of foundation. There's a strong level inside of this woman that says the process of how things should go. Very hard working with those numbers. Okay, that's number 4. Wants to do the right thing, even at the cost of your ambition. Wants to do the right thing, like pay the bills, make sure everything is solid and stable. That you're working hard for what you are, and it could cost you for that vision of the future, thinking, oh, I want to be super successful. The 4 comes in and says things like, no, just relax, okay? Stop it, right? And the 4 wants to say, get back to work. Whereas the larger numbers that would be there, like, oh, I want to dream for business, I want to work for myself, but then the limiting belief comes back in that I can't do it. This is a strong thing. Kevin, we're dealing with this. Bobby's dealing with this. Okay, Stephanie's dealing with this as well. These are these 4s in our chart that want to limit us down. Now, what I would suggest is that you think about the penthouse of your building, the top level floor, the place where you're having the cocktail party. You are in the foundation concrete construction level mode. So I know that a part of us wants to be at the penthouse level, but a part of us has to respect that where we're at in our linear thinking with our logical process and our limiting belief. It's like, you can't do that right now. There's hard hats and concrete and rebar and sandbags and power tools, and there's stuff going on in some parts of our life. You're not there yet. So stop thinking and wishing you can. Get real and get present to what needs to get happening. So it's that harping feeling on ourselves. We have it. I've got this. This looks like my name, by the way, with your birthday. But when we also look at this, there is the dream of independence. There is a dream of leadership. There's a dream of wanting to be a business owner. There's a dream of wanting to do that. You do get into business. I would imagine you're inside of our organization. But the thing is that it's going to be constantly limited between its loyalty to its job or loyalty to the work. Work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. Work harder on you than you do on your business. Your foundation of growth grows in that of a leader. It will balance itself off. It will be worth it. Born in 1968, you're right, it has been. Because at this point, you would have figured it out. But this is the area of your life where you're like, okay, I get it. When you turn 55, you get no switch. There is no switch here. The only thing we see is more of your queen, more of your power, more of who you are. So moving your name around to make sure that it would be, I'm just going to double check this and make sure. Let's just take a quick peek in here and let's see what we got. So we're going to go Karen and then Grant, right? Yeah, that's not working, is it? Yeah, Karen G, Karen P, Karen Y, or else Karen N or Karen W, okay? just so just so you can clean that all thing up. Because Karen Grant is now on top of all of this, awkward and like, no, never mind, and I'm just not gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna get out of here because I'm embarrassed now, and I can't do the go live, and I know I want to. I got so much cool stuff to say, but I just can't stand it, and I'm not feeling into myself. It's gonna distract from itself and just push itself to the side and just run away. It's not no, okay. Hey Kyle, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you so much. You've helped me in so many ways. If anybody has an opportunity to reach out to Kyle and get some work done, I am absolutely recommend it completely that you let this woman read your charts and move your spiritual energy around for you. Kyle, you're an absolutely amazing life force, and I appreciate you so much for being such a guru and such a sage in my life. You've helped me in so many ways. So I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm just giving away some free stuff today. You know, no big deal. It's my birthday, so I wanted to, like, you know, share some readings with people. Karen's got a tough situation going on, but she just fixed it. Karen W. Grant or Karen N. Grant. That's like, that would be my top choice. Get you out of the mess. Get you out of that feeling. But yes, absolutely. Kyle, I think I'm going to have to interview you properly. Okay, so until then, meet up with Jason. Jason's a great, loving soul as well. You guys should absolutely connect. Yes, but I would say, Karen, put that letter in your name. Like, okay, you got a lot of potential for a massive levels of success. Your birthday says it. Your birthday says don't give up. And your name was like, yeah, but I just can't even, like, So we put the letter on, and now it says more like, all right, okay, cool, right, okay, good, let's build this, let's keep this moving. Like, I've worked really hard in my life. Now I'm starting to build some of the higher floors. You just have to give yourself permission to let go of that part of you and step into the power of you. It may take you some time with a letter like that, especially if your middle names don't start with N or W. But I promise you, those things will absolutely level you out. G, P, or Y also does that too. But knowing that you've got all these sixes in your chart, very loving kind of gal, you may feel more into the emotional number, the N or the W. Okay, so just my gift to you. Message me. I'll give you a free report. Okay. So how about Tobias? My buddy Toby. Tobias here. This guy. It's funny because, you know, we're looking at some numbers here, right? And one number is going to say this, like the 7 inside of Tobias is born in July. It's going to speak to a deeper knowing. And that, and this will bring on or bring forth Karen E. Grant. It does, but it doesn't really get you as far as what I'm looking to do for you. It will help you if, in case you're worried about the depression that you're feeling. This one will start to move that more into the fun. But in case you're looking for business, I would go EB, EK, or ET. Okay, so you could put an EK, EB, or ET. But E does work, just not so much for business, more for the let's help my love life out. Okay, so let's keep going. And with Zuko, I think I might be done with the amount of timing that I have, but if I can, I will get to you. I will absolutely love to. But, okay, so Tobias has 2 numbers. One is a 7 for his spiritual nature, okay? The other one is a 4, is born on the 4th, for Tobias's hard earth nature, the skeptical and the logical, don't believe everything you see, don't believe everything you hear or read. So it's, you know, it's just interesting because I haven't had the chance to have a private session with Tobias. I got a chance to give him a little bit of insight, but these are some of the reasons why. And the 1990 in his chart, it goes on to its own direction. So there's nothing wrong against that. Some people just don't need their reading done. I would love it if we got a chance to sit down and like really map everything out and show you all the numbers in there. Because this is you. This 7, very wise. This 4, very hardworking, hands-on. So this, some of the mystical stuff that comes out there, it has this energy of like, you want to call BS on it, or you want to be like, how does that happen? Or like that skeptical view comes in. One part is because it's really super curious, and the other part is because nothing gets past this guy. With a 4 in there, you are very linear and very logical. It must make sense. So there's going to be a divine level of wisdom in here, but this shows up the same way crystals show up, higher in vibration, but then they're also sturdy like the earth. So we see this connection that you have, that one part of you is wise and another part of you is applicable, hardworking. It's either the clinical knowledge that you know or the spiritual understanding of, I just follow my gut. I just follow my gut. I would like to peer into the mind of this because there's a lot more power that comes through than you, or a power that exists than you would let it with the 3. So life path 3, you're always going to look like a young guy. You're always going to look like just charming, pleasant, social, ready to just be up front. You keep some of that bigger, deeper stuff aside for the sake of social and your endurance. But there's a growing leadership and a growing independence in you that when you get to that bigger part of your life, it's like in old man styles, like old, okay? Like you're 1990s, still a young guy. I'm talking like 55, 65. This wisdom grows into itself, into a point where you actually want to acknowledge yourself in a way that you may never have before. So in case you're waiting for that time, it's sharpening its point from 7 into the mystical, 4 into the applicable, and 1 into the sharp point of leadership. And all the while, he's dancing, he's singing, he's a musical kind of guy, he's going to be charming, and he's going to just like, like blue eyes for days kind of thing, okay? The 3 in there is going to be a nice, loving, big kid. So it's a nice, I like this, I see this all the time. When I see these 3s and they're hiding bigger numbers back, like intelligence, massive level, I was like, no, not me, I'm just having fun, no big deal. But then really you're on a second level of awareness that's like speaks to the wisdom and the practical power. So it's an absolute honor and a blessing to know you, my friend. This is a good guy you'd want to go to for advice. You just have to give him a couple beers first. But this is a really solid, like he'll just know. You get a feeling and sort of feel into it, and then he'll say something and it'll make it into a real version for you. So absolutely powerful. Let me know, and I will message me, and I will give you a free report for whoever you want. If it's yourself, I think I gave you one. But if I didn't give you one yet, then absolutely, you let me know. Okay, so Eric. If you're still with me, let me know. Tobias J. Mask, I believe it all, but not at all. Yeah, but not at all. So you took I think that's your name though, isn't it? Like you actually have a name inside there. I appreciate you too, my brother. Absolutely, honestly, I appreciate you. You got a really solid energy to you, man. And it's a person you want to keep around. Mitsuko, I'm leaving this live, and I will check you out later. Absolutely, I appreciate you. Love to see, like that's nice. Like, and that was a really nice thing because when we did connect, I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to give you like a Q or like an S or like a weird letter X, right? Nothing wrong with the O, Kevin, right? But part of us is like, I don't want to have to take a weird letter. Like, I barely believe in this stuff. This is weird. And to know that you have an authenticity inside of you that's like, okay, cool. Well, I'll take that. If that's advice and I can use it and it's authentic to me. I was in the same boat. My middle name is Francisco. So I was like, Bobby F. Fairhart works. It's fine. And so because I had a choice of the Q, the X, the Z, the H, and I'm like, oh, this is no. And then the F came in. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, that's my letter. And it was the best number for me. So Eric's here with us. How's it going, man? I appreciate you being here for my birthday. It's like my birthday celebration here. There is no weird letters. I think there are to some. Some people take them and they're like, this is super strange. Some people take a few letters, and that's a cool feeling as well too. So Tobias, you got a good name there, man. This is going to take you the length of your life for sure. So let's go for Eric right now. So Eric's got a number here where we see January for the 1, then we see 3, then we see 5. Okay, so we're going to add that all up, and we're going to see a life path 9, I believe. We're going to go January 12, 1967. Okay, cool. So let's take a look and let's, I'm getting the text for breakfast as well. So this will have to be my last one. And maybe, I'm not sure if I can squeeze this into an hour and 11 minutes, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's there, okay? So Eric, as a life path 9, this number is one of the, it's the most loving and the most giant level of heart that we see. Okay, so when we take a look at a life path 9, the first thing that we see is that this guy cares a lot about impact, about helping others, helping people, animals, if you will, like energy. There's a really big emotional capacity to feel other people and to feel things from others. So when we see that vibration, the depressions can get really strong. Okay, the challenges can get really big. It can be almost like a disassociating from the self. We also see January shows up as the actual opposite. So we see a 1 and a 9 inside of your life for the first 27 years. There could be a battle between you and yourself. It can get like almost like the warrior that has to go inside. For me, I'm feeling the hesitation because I know how deep these numbers go, and I don't want to just put your stuff out all over social media. But I would say that we're lucky to have you. We're lucky that you're still with us. These things are superhero ambitious. So they'll go into the battle and they'll really fight the really big fights for others. And the 1 instead of January says, me, I'm a leader. And the 9 says, I have to save the world. This can get very, very challenging. There's a reason why the number 9 and the number 1 are used in 911. There's a reason why they show up inside of like superhero numbers. Okay, inside of your birthday, it shows up as well that way too. This giant heart with an ego that can't handle it. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your ego. You're a great guy, but at the same time, it's crushing you in order to help other people inside of life. You're going to get caught under the building, like lifting the whole thing up by yourself, like Superman. It's not a bad look, but it's probably not helping you very well. And then you get a chance to move this energy around. So this energy then goes and flips into a 3/9. This is where you are for most of your life. You're about to leave this area in a short amount of time. This is where now suddenly it's all good. You throw the thumbs up. You're a fun-loving guy, a great friend, always a big jokester. Like this 3 just wants to have fun and enjoy, and you take 2 seriously. The one who laughs and enjoys, it's because they're combating the depth of what can go down underneath inside, because the pains that you feel will be just insurmountable. Like imagine what happens when you lose someone, or like these numbers show up for like you're supposed to spiritually process things for others. Like this isn't regular. This is like, how we're all born, right? And we all have to kind of die too. It's kind of a part of the story. These are the numbers that help us with that kind of stuff. They're the spiritually potent versions of us that support others or that help us through this. They go through things, or they feel our pains with us. They help unload our pains with us. You inside of this business, man, like I hope you never give up. You're gonna do some really powerful things. Okay, like just calling it what it is. The time for the prince is coming to a draw. This little boy version of you that has seemed to have like clung onto you for the most part of your life, the one that doesn't take itself seriously, you lose your steam, or you just like, too much work, we should go and play now. That feeling is coming to a draw, and the warrior is emerging. Okay, this is generally the 55 area. You guys hear me talk about process. Americans do that to me. They're like, it's like process, yes, process. I'm like, okay, relax. Process, whatever. The third part of your life. I'm Canadian. That's what we do. This is my accent. That's funny. I used to be like, we don't have an accent. And now that I hang out with a bunch of Aussies and a bunch of Kiwis, a bunch of Americans and people from different parts of the world, it's like, okay, fine. We talk differently. But Eric, so at the age of 55, something switches. Something changes. It's no longer the same vibration that you're currently in right now, which says Prince, says fun, boy-like, childlike. So in case you had that really serious beginning to your life, it could feel like, okay, fine, here's a safe place to be a big kid. Regress a little bit, go back to your fun-loving ways. The fight is before you. And because I've got to go, I can't do anything more anymore. I've got to run. I'm going to leave you with another really powerful word, okay? So we're going to go, I'm going to just basically spell your name here. How do I do this? Poudre? Okay, your name does not need to be aligned. You've got a solid name, okay? If in case you do wanted to mess around with it, we could put out a middle name or something in it. Or what would you do? GP or Y if you wanted to step down a little bit. But I would say you're either stepping up or you're not stepping at all. You don't need to take a lower name. This is a wise level of vibration that we have inside of your name. When we see this birthday, though, I want to prepare you for what's going to happen next. First of all, you wanted to help everyone. Then you just wanted to make everyone feel good. Now you want to fight for people. This fighter mentality, this big warrior fight, you're going into a challenge. This means, and I would like to say you pick your battles. The fight that I would suggest you do, this is a nice sentiment for all of us, okay? The fight I suggest that you take on is for the ones that people are dealing with within themselves. You fight for that. You fight for the person who's fighting for themselves or fighting themselves or at challenge with themselves. Help them win. Help them, everybody win in that. That could be, being a person of influence. You show up with a leadership mentality or a leadership platform, or you want to help someone, you want to give them someone a business opportunity, or maybe you want to train them as an entrepreneur, train them into being a leader. Maybe just being there as a helping hand or a caring voice, or maybe it's somewhere in your content, like mine, like you just say something to someone and people are healed by you. Where are you going to take your fight? The fight here is to say, what are people dealing with that's unfair, and I'm going to stand in front of that and make sure that they get the defense they need. Okay, so to know that exists is a very strong piece of your puzzle, and I feel like you've been building up to this. If you're talking about movements and things are changing and shifting, get ready to travel. Keep it a travel bag with you. Get ready to shift. Get ready to move your possessions around. This stuff is I want to go out there and I want to conquer. I'm going to make something happen. And this is it. This is the apex of your life here. At 55, you've grown into your wisdom and you're ready for the fight now. The party's over. And now you get a chance to go out there and actually do something for people around you or others. And I would like to think that you've got some life experiences here, that you've actually gone through and seen how difficult these numbers can be and how much it's cost you and what you've gone through and the fights that you've had to conquer. Now you get a chance to show up like that for others, especially using a product like this or a business like we have inside of our community. I would say that this is a really strong vibe. Your name is also really solid. So I like to think that you're coming to the party with a lot of crayons. You're not just a couple of grapes short of the vine here. You got it all intact. It's a smart man. You would listen to his advice, but if people see your business page and they say Eric Prudhoe and that's it, Poudre, sorry, and that's all they see as a business page name, they're inclined to listen to your wisdom. They're inclined to want to follow your leadership. So just to keep that in mind, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching this, for being with me here. This is something I love to do. I absolutely love coming out and sharing. We all learn from this. It was some of these guys' numbers, but you guys all got some straight up value. All of you guys got a chance to learn a little bit more about numbers or a little bit more about who you are. Jason, it's too late, man. 1:15. Good night. I appreciate you. Send me through your mom's details. If I read your charts, guys, Kevin, Stephanie, Tony, Jason, Karen, Tobias, Eric, send me a message. I will give you a free birthday goodie bag gift for being on my birthday go live. And if you do, I do this all the time, guys, where I come out and I read people's numbers live and I give away gifts. I give away little freebies and stuff. Feel free to join me live. And that's one of the best ways to get them. If you're feeling like you need some clarity or you want to show some interaction, maybe you want to share a little bit about what you're going through. I'm here to help you guys. That's basically what I do. This is why I'm here, is that I found something. And this math is unreal. And I like to think that the world is ready for it now. And that's why I'm showing up with it. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I got to go have a birthday breakfast now. I got my family here, so this is like 20 minutes overdue here that I should get out. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Tony and Turner, that didn't take very long at all. That feels amazing. Look at that. You changed your name during the actual. See, that's called taking action right there. All right, guys. I will connect with you all soon. Have a great rest of your day, and let's go make it one of the best weekends of our lives. And happy birthday to Canada. It's Canada's birthday in a couple of days. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to my aunt who turned the same day as me. We share the same birthday. And also to my uncle, he's going to be turning his birthday in a couple of days here too. It's been an amazing birthday month. We started with Sally's birthday at the beginning, and we roundabout with mine. It showed up with a powerful stone. I feel like this is like a spiritual Oscar. Sally got her new MacBook Pro. We basically just went all out, guys. It was so awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much for everything and all that you are and all that we continue to do. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys soon. I am the solution artist, Bobby F. Perihar, and we'll talk to you guys when we do. Take care. Bye.